know, basically what I wanted out of doing some unplugged stuff is basically just launch the boat and pretty much go and see what, you know, whatever lakes we end up on, what the best technique will be. And if you really go through this whole day, I think we were on the best technique to actually start with just throwing a half ounce striking thunder cricket. I've never felt that fish bite. Rod just loaded up. Hooked from the bottom too. Here's the deal, okay? I've shot so many shows in the last couple years with a thunder cricket.
Oh, big.
And it's almost like I chase this bite all over the country, from like Lake Seminole to Rayburn, and then following it all the way up to Michigan and Minnesota.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But my cameraman buddy Brian and I met each other in an area of the country right here where the water temp's 50 degrees. And like they want to all go there, right? And they use little paths to go to where they want to spawn. And to me, that bladed jig is like, it is like the most powerful numbers and big fish catcher that there is in bass fishing right now. Like, I've been addicted to many, many baits in my life, but to me, that is like the #1 most addicting bite this time of year. When we got on the lake, it was like 22 to 25 degrees last night, and they were tight. Like the first one I caught, like I never felt that fish bite. And the second one I caught, I guarantee I didn't feel him bite. There he is. Might have found him. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh my, oh my. You know what? Let's let the fun begin right now. See that? Dragging it on the bottom, top dead center, huh? That, you know what's funny is I did a Zona show with this. I did a Zona show with this a year ago, and where I went wrong fishing a bladed jig is I totally overfished it. Like totally overfished it. I just throw it out and I'm like, man, I don't catch crap on that thing. Where, to me, where this is at its highest power is where it's grabbing stuff, where it's grabbing grass and deflecting and hovering. When you're just straight burning it, that works for smallmouth, but them sloppy joes don't like that. The water temp when we started was like 49 to 50 degrees, and you just like barely, we've done so many Zona shows, you just sit there and barely feather it. Maybe it's starting. That'll work, that'll work. As we've kind of gone through this day, there's been dry spells, if you know what I mean. I got a vibe. We're gonna stick it out and keep swinging this bat. And really what the entire lesson was with this throughout the day, the warmer that the water got, the more aggressively you could fish it. It went from crawling it about an inch at a time to a foot at a time. Gosh, that is like the biggest lesson on earth. We have ground away today, and the water has spiked just 2 degrees, and it's fixing to go. I chased an umbrella rig bite, a swim bait bite, and at the end of the day, the very first thing I picked up this morning ended up being by far the best technique that we found. 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. You know, we made the comment earlier. End of the day. Just had another one. The other thing is, if you looked at all the areas, I always say this, is you're trying to find a highway to where they want to go. And like this is where they want to go to spawn, but everywhere we caught them today was right in front. There he is. Here's the coolest thing. Like if you get that shot right there, if you get that shot right down that line, that's where every single bass is right now. The one thing I can tell you about fishing a bladed jig, if you lock it in your hand, in the springtime, number one, you're able to cover a lot of water, but somewhere through the day, you're gonna find that highway. There he is. I mean, when you've got an eagle flying, and they're ripping a thunder cricket out of your hand, are you kidding me? Look at him, look at him. But really the entire setup is a 7'4". It's actually a composite Daiwa bladed jig rod, a Tatula SV reel. I was actually using a little bit, probably too fast of a reel today. I was using a 7.3-1, 20-pound Seaguar Braze X, and a 1/2 ounce Strike King Thunder Cricket with a blade minnow trailer. I've gradually been able to work it faster and faster and faster and faster to get bit now. Good. Good. Stay hooked. That's the one we want right there, I think. It's a good one. Not a giant. Ooh. These are all bass we were seeing earlier. It's so great. If you're to take two things away from this, number one, you don't think it, but when the water temp spikes a degree or 2 degrees in late spring, it is immense to triggering them to move and feed, which, you know, the best bite today was right around 3 o'clock. The other thing about it, and I'll live by this, is the colder the water, the slower you work this, and as it warms up through the day or through the month, the faster you can work a thunder cricket. Never felt him bite. Right on. Look how fat that little chub is. Never felt him bite. Nice one. Nice one.